Good morning, all. I'm going live today talking about where people go wrong. So, this is common places that people stumble when trying to train their dogs. I'm going to hit a ton of different topics over the weeks. I just brain dumped like 30 different topics, so this will go on for a little while. But today I want to talk about socialization. So while I'm going through this, definitely drop in the comments, let me know if you've made these mistakes or if these make sense to you. I'd love your feedback. So starting off, yes, socialization. Where do most people go wrong with that? So most of the time, people don't socialize early enough. That's a huge mistake. And then they also don't really understand what proper socialization looks like. So it's not just forcing your dog into a lot of uncomfortable situations. It's done pretty gently and in like a prescribed way. So yes, number one mistake with socialization is not starting early enough. So you should start socializing your puppy the day you bring them home. And I know that there's differing advice out there on like, don't take your puppy here or there, or they have to be fully vaccinated. So listen carefully and closely, because we do need to make sure that your puppy is safe. I definitely don't want puppies being exposed to pathogens and getting sick. It's not what we're about. But also, and we need to get them socialized early. It's hugely important for their mental growth and development. So you need to get your puppy exposed to the world from day one. Now, there are 5 different parts of socialization the way I break it down. So you've got body handling, tool introduction and objects, meeting people, going to locations, meeting other animals. So those are all things that need touched on. And ideally, we're going to do the bulk of this work before your puppy turns 5 months old, because that's when they're most open to absorbing new information and not being scared. So start at the beginning of the list and work your way through. So early is best, and a lot of the things can be done totally safely from the comfort of your own home. You can introduce them to being touched, you can introduce new people in the house, you can get them on all the different surfaces in your home, and you can introduce them to all of the different objects at your house that they could be scared of, umbrellas, vacuums, that sort of thing. So not early enough is number 1 mistake with socialization. Start early. And then number 2 is not doing it right, basically. So if you're forcing your dog into situations, if you do it for too long, those are common mistakes. So proper socialization is the giving your puppy the opportunity to interact with their environment. So we're showing them what's out there in the world and encouraging them to interact. You might say, come on, you can do it. What is that? In a happy tone. We're not forcing them to do anything. We aren't placing them on the scary thing. We're giving them the choice. So yeah, you're not holding your dog and letting people touch them or holding them up to something scary. They're on the ground, probably on leash to be safe. And then you're showing them things and saying, hey, what is that? What does it look like? And you can touch the object and show them that they shouldn't be scared of it. But we're not forcing them to do anything. Or we're also keeping these sessions really brief, especially later on when you're going to places and introducing like different animals to them. You want to be really brief, just 15 minutes max. And I know that sounds a little annoying, like you have to drive somewhere only to be there 15 minutes, but that's the right way to do this. So yeah, you drive to Lowe's, you walk around Lowe's for 15 minutes, and then you load up and leave. And they get to experience a lot of things. The reason we keep it so short is that we don't want the situation to turn negative. The longer you're there, the more likely it is that they're going to pee or poop on the floor, or something is going to come along that startles them and scares them, and that's going to turn it negative. So really happy, really short, and then multiple exposures to each thing. So you shouldn't go to Lowe's just once. You shouldn't have them meet a horse just once. You shouldn't show them an umbrella just once. Aim for like 3 to 5 times of exposing them to different things. Maybe they interact all 5 times you introduce them. Maybe they only interact 1 or 2. Maybe at first they're scared, but they warm up over time, and that's what we're going for. So really low stress, low pressure opportunities to interact with the environment and learn about the world. Okay, I shared way too much in that video, my goodness. So not only is that where people go wrong, but that's how to do it properly. So I am really, really, really focused on socialization because I think that's the number one way to have a good dog, you know, to take your puppy from unruly, untrained to the perfect family dog. Socialization is such a huge, important component, and I hate seeing dogs that or puppies that don't get socialized early enough and how that affects them growing up. So socialize a lot, socialize properly. And if you've got questions, drop them in the comments. I would love to hear how you socialize your pups, what works for you, and maybe even any sticking points. So have a great, what day is it? Monday, everyone. Yes, my goodness. And I will see you all soon.